So, Ice Cube, you see the headline from TMZ. Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark. Fuck.
Ice Cube just threw a major curveball into the sports business world, something no one anticipated. The Big Three League's founder didn't hold back when he clarified that Angel Reese isn't getting offered the same $5 million deal that Caitlin Clark was. Why?
With the Big Three's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark never coming to fruition, could a lucrative Angel Reese proposal be up next for the Hoops League? Tell me you don't know ball. I mean, honestly, don't count on it.
According to sponsors, Reese doesn't bring the same marketing pull.
TMZ Sports caught up with Ice Cube himself at LAX this week, and the Big Three honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon.
And as expected, the reactions have been explosive, some in agreement, others calling foul. So was Ice Cube just stating cold business truth, or did he cross a line with his brutal honesty? These days, speaking candidly about market value in sports seems to stir more outrage than ever. But Cube, the mastermind behind Big Three basketball, just laid it out in plain sight. The reason Angel Reese isn't landing massive endorsement or playing deals like Caitlin Clark boils down to one thing: revenue potential. Let's walk through exactly what happened, because while the facts are clear, the outrage has twisted them into something they're not. TMZ approached Ice Cube at LAX and asked if Angel Reese would get a deal like Caitlin Clark's. His answer? As straight shooting as it gets in pro sports.
Listen, man, you guys dropped Big Three again. This is a new season. I remember you famously made an offer to Caitlin Clark, but what about Angel Reese? You think she could ball out? You know, she's pretty solid, you know?
Yeah, she's a great player. No, the thing with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom, what our sponsors was telling us.
Right.
They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese, so I don't know if we can make that same offer.
I'm not sure we could make that offer, he admitted. When the Big Three proposed that hefty $5 million to Caitlin Clark, they weren't just guessing. Sponsors promised she'd pull in cash like crazy. Ice Cube literally said the deal was greenlit because it would be a financial goldmine. But here's the catch. Those same sponsors didn't say the same thing about Angel Reese. They weren't confident she'd bring in similar returns. It's not personal, it's numbers, pure business. If you've been tracking the actual stats on women's basketball, ticket sales, viewership, fan engagement, this shouldn't be shocking. Yet Ice Cube's remarks are being treated as some outrageous attack. And let's be clear, he never said Angel Reese lacks talent or character. He simply said the business math doesn't check out for that kind of massive payout. The quote that really sent the internet into overdrive was when Cube said he didn't get the same kind of sponsor backing for Angel Reese.
I see. So, maybe an adjusted amount?
I think we can make that same offer because it won't have the same impact to the league.
It's all smart moves. I see you that's what you do.
No,
yeah.
well, person.
This is the new season. What are you most excited for? Like, maybe some new players or some new opportunities?
Yeah, we got some great players. Lance Stevenson, Dwight Howard. It's great. Wesley Johnson's been great. Montrezl Harrell been great. The league has been, it's been must-see TV for sure.
Translation? The financial interest wasn't there. It's basic economics, but it sparked full-blown controversy. Put emotions aside and look at it as a business. The Big Three is a for-profit league. They're not in the business of handouts. They're investing millions and expect a solid return via media deals, ticket sales, merchandise, and ad partnerships. Caitlin Clark's $5 million offer wasn't random. It was backed by sponsor analytics, marketing data, and her proven ability to move the needle. She only had to play 8 regular games and possibly 2 in the postseason. That shows the Big Three's confidence in her brand power. Here's what's really wild. Almost no one is disputing Cube's logic. Instead, they're mad he said it out loud. Some fans seem to want to believe all players are equal in market value, but the numbers just don't back that up.
Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and took the city over. It looked like she took the city over. CC with MJ. CC get treated like MJ in the rack. Oh my God. And to Miss Angel Reese, she's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your trap, take over your trap.
This is the real world of professional sports. Every contract is a calculated gamble. If your brand doesn't promise big returns, you're unlikely to see big money. That's not discrimination, that's economics. Still, some are acting as if Ice Cube personally insulted Reese. He didn't. He simply explained why a similar offer isn't on the table, and that distinction matters. You can be a phenomenal athlete but not have the same market appeal, and that affects what you earn in endorsements or exhibition play. Look at the hard data: TV ratings, arena sellouts, social media traction. Caitlin Clark is a proven draw. Her college games were ratings bonanzas. Her appearances sold out arenas. She's a sponsor's dream, so the investment made sense. This isn't about who's better on the court. It's about who can fill seats, grab eyeballs, and move merch. Those are separate metrics, and investors care more about the latter. Whether people like that or not doesn't change how businesses make decisions.
Come for Ice Cube. They're about to come and get Ice Cube. We know how this works. It won't be long, but the AR5 fans will seek and destroy, or try to, because that's standard operating procedure for them, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube's no-nonsense approach is actually a breath of fresh air in an industry full of vague, scripted PR. He could have played it safe and said they're still evaluating talent, but instead he gave a transparent look into how these decisions really work. Sponsors are the real power players behind these deals. They study the data, run market tests, and identify which names will sell products. Cube didn't invent these figures, he's just the messenger. Yet somehow, he's the one getting heat. Ironically, many of the same critics want the WNBA and other leagues to be more business-minded. Well, this is what that looks like, putting big dollars only where big returns are expected. The Big Three has thrived by being sharp with investments and picking the right players to back. Ice Cube isn't running a charity here. He's running a league that's trying to grow sustainably and smartly. Hey buddy, if you are enjoying this video, show your love while subscribing this channel and hit like. That helps me a lot.
The Nuggets, but it's a pretty lengthy explanation as to why Caitlin Clark got a $5 million offer from Ice Cube's Big Three League. Now, I got to tell you, I'm not big on 3-on-3 basketball, but I am guilty of watching this league from time to time because, well, it's kind of a throwback to old school basketball, and it's physical, and there's big guys, and it's entertaining. At times, I've found it more entertaining than the NBA. Now, Ice Cube threw a big offer out to Caitlin Clark, and he believes she entertained it. However, he also believes he was blocked from literally being able to sit down.
And this comes at a time when conversations about pay equity in women's basketball are louder than ever. Sure, everyone wants higher salaries for female athletes, but those salaries have to be funded. If an athlete isn't bringing in major revenue, the business case falls apart. This whole situation also shows how different being a great player is from being a mainstream marketable icon. You can dominate on the court, but not capture the public's attention or sponsors' wallets. These are two different lanes, and only some players travel both. Cube being this open about the revenue gap proves the industry knows these marketability differences well. It's not a secret. Executives don't make these calls based on guesswork. They do it based on numbers you and I don't even see. And it's no coincidence this comes out right as people are comparing game attendance and ratings based on who's playing. Cube's comments just added a megaphone to the stats that were already there. It's revealing how many people are more upset about what was said than what the data shows. They'd rather pretend all players draw the same audience, when the real numbers paint a different picture. Professional sports has always followed the money. The storylines and stars that drive revenue are the ones that get the spotlight. That won't change just because it makes some fans uncomfortable. The $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark wasn't just huge, it was a symbol of just how confident the league was in her financial upside. A smaller league like the Big Three doesn't throw around that kind of cash unless the projections are bulletproof. Meanwhile, the absence of similar offers for others tells you everything you need to know. It's not about equality, it's about business risk and reward. You might not like that answer, but it's the only one that keeps leagues afloat. Sponsors are the real shot callers. They decide who gets paid by determining who aligns with their brand and drives conversions. If they don't see the fit, the money disappears. This story is a textbook example of how sports marketing works behind the curtain. Talent matters, but so does visibility, influence, and brand reach. Some athletes have that package, others don't. That's not disrespectful, it's reality. And Ice Cube was just honest enough to admit it publicly. Fans of women's basketball should actually welcome this kind of clarity. It shows the sport is being taken seriously by serious business minds. But instead of embracing that growth, some people want to shoot the messenger. Pretending everyone's equally marketable doesn't help anyone. In fact, it hurts the conversation by making honest discussions taboo. This whole uproar also exposes how overly sensitive modern sports talk has become. Just pointing out basic truths about branding and fan reach is seen as controversial now, even though it's been baked into pro sports for decades. What'll be fascinating is how this impacts future talk around salaries and sponsorships in the women's game. If people can't handle straightforward feedback from league executives, how will they navigate real contract talks? Smaller leagues especially can't afford to make emotional decisions. Every investment must be backed by strong financial logic, no exceptions. At the end of the day, Ice Cube confirmed what many insiders already suspected. There's a major gap in market value between players, and that gap shapes every major financial move in the game. This isn't an insult to Angel Reese or anyone else. It's simply how the system works. It's business, not personal. And sure, some will keep attacking Cube for stating facts, but facts don't change just because people don't like them. So here we are. Ice Cube gave us the inside scoop on what sponsors are really thinking. Business decisions in sports are driven by returns, not feelings. Some are mad about that, but the data speaks for itself. What's your take? Is Cube just keeping it real, or do you think there's more to this story? Let us know in the comments, and if you want more straight talk on sports, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.